good night, asking for permission of the 7 directions, asking for permission to open this conversation tonight, asking for permission to the elements, for the mountains, the apples, the plants, the waters, to open this prayer of tonight. Very welcome, global family. Good morning, good evening, good night. Tonight, we have the pleasure to have a special guest. It's Lee Plenty Wolf, is a Oglala Lakota. I'm Javier Marco. Usually we have this program with Carolina Francesca, but Carolina is in the transition from moving to Peru to United States right now. So, but we have a very beautiful sister tonight that is Marian Galan. Tonight, I'm going to introduce Marian. Marian is a co-founder of Woman Walking Peace. She has worked on different international cooperation and development projects, as well as educational and social programs, with a specific focus on women and children in Latin America and Spain. In addition, she has been working on researching and recovering ancestral traditions, helping Indigenous people share and spread their message to the world. She currently works in personal development and empowerment for women and alternative and active education for children, from a comprehensive and conscious approach for the next generations. She is part of the Lee Plenty Wolf's spiritual family. So, very welcome, Marian. How are you tonight?
Hello, everybody. It's an honor for me to be here. So thank you, Javier, for the invitation. First of all, I want to give thanks to all the Tribute Earth team for making this streaming possible tonight. Special thanks to Carol, who cannot be with us today. And thank you to Nkashila, Great Mystery, for giving us the opportunity to spread your message out through our words like hollow bombs. I want to send a special greeting today to all the Plenty Wolf Sundance family, and of course, to all my Native American Tios Paye, to my extended family, relatives, friends here and over Turtle Island. We are living in difficult times right now, but for me, it is an opportunity. It's time to take action, to make the necessary change, to live in a better world. So it's an honor for me today to be here with my uncle, Lee Plenty Wolf. It's an honor to share these powerful moments in prayer and wisdom, listening your words, uncle. Thank you. Welcome for being here with us.
Thank you very much, Marian. Very welcome. It's a pleasure to having you here. I'm going to introduce the uncle. It's a great honor for us, uncle, that we receive tonight your presence. We receive you, Lee Plenty Wolf, Oglala Lakota elder, medicine man, and one of the Lakota people's spiritual advisors. An exploration tonight of what is living in prayer. Lee has spent 30 years serving in guidance and spiritual support. He has participated for more than 20 years in the tradition of the Sundance, and he has held the tradition for the last 9 years, leading and guiding the Sundance at the Manderson district in Pine Ridge. He is a spiritual advisor for the White Horse Creek Council, organizing spiritual and cultural preservation activities through the ancestral ceremonies handed down from generation to generation. Lee has been a commit member for the Indigenous Peoples Day and the Empower organization in Colorado. As a medicine man, Lee Plenty Wolf provides spiritual support and guidance in traditional healing and purification ceremonies for those in need. Lee's wisdom as an elder and spiritual advisor resides in the sacred values, peace, water, and Mother Earth protection, as well as bringing unity in environmental awareness and care. Lee is sharing the Native American wisdom and values to preserve his culture and to healing ourselves and our world. Very welcome, Uncle. It's a pleasure for us to having you here tonight.
Thank you. I sure appreciate it. Thank you, Earth Guardian, and Javier for the invitation to be on your program. I wanted to say that I'm really grateful. Mucho gracias. Lila wopila trankalo. Thank you. To the people out there, I wanted to say buenas noches, good afternoon, beto, buenas tardes, and beto lila washtelo. Again, I want to thank you for this invitation to speak on your program.
Thank you very much, Uncle. We have many questions for the night for today, but we will start with a very simple question. And we know that the Oglala Lakota nation holds a tradition of prayer. So we would love to know what is a prayer and why it's important for us to pray.
Okay. Prayer, I think every nation, every color, race of people here on earth have their own way to pray. They were shown a way to pray. Prayer is what we request and send to our Creator. We Lakota call him Tunkashila. Or Wakantanka, it's like the big sacred. Whether it is a bright light or however you imagine a great spirit up here, we look at it as the greatest mystery that has created everything in these universes. Different people around the world call him, have a different name for him. Some call him Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, God, but it's one great spirit. That's the way we see it, because we have that connection with that great spirit. Prayer is to send a request, say for instance, if someone's sick, or just to pray for a beautiful, good day, to be alive again, to be given one more day, to wake up to this beautiful life. We pray in thanks and to pray for a great day. In the evening, we do the same thing for the Creator to have given us this beautiful day and to give us a good night's rest. So again, we can continue on with this beautiful life the next day. I wanted to start. I don't know if you just want the explanation now, or you want me to pray and sing a song in my Lakota language, Lakota Sioux language. I don't know if you want me to continue, Javier, or you want me to stop.
It will be an honor, Uncle, to listen to you praying and sharing with the people, because it's so necessary right now. And to listen, of course, to you singing your beautiful song. So you are welcome to do it.
First of all, I would like to say that the prayers, we've always prayed, but a long time ago, back in the oral history, the Creator, our people were having a really hard time. We were out of food. We didn't know where to turn to. All the buffalo were gone someplace else. And our people were starving. And we were in difficult, dire time. And the Creator, the Great Spirit, sent what I call the white buffalo calf woman, a woman to bring us the sacred chanupa. It's what you see, what other people refer to as the pipe. And he sent us this pipe, and he sent us with 7 sacred ceremonies. And with each one comes with a special way to do these prayers and to do these ceremonies. And we, at that time, when they were showing us that, we were, again, the buffalo came back and we survived that time of dire need. We are at a time again where we are at a dire need of his help. He's always there to help us, but now it's really important for all people to pray because of this COVID virus thing that has been unleashed all over the world. A lot of these prophecies come off of that, and it's getting close to the point where the Grandmother Earth, Ochimaka, is going to purify herself again. This next time that she's going to purify herself again is by fire. And it already has started a few years ago when different parts of the world are on fire. Last 2 years were very intense. And it's going to keep because of the climate change, because of the earth warming. Grandmother Earth was treated very badly. She is our grandmother. She is our mother. Seventh generation look at her as her mother because they're just non-you. We look at it as our grandmother. Our grandmother, man, has gone to the extent of trying to pull all the resources they can out of Grandmother Earth for profit, for greed, which is wrong. We are not all innocent. You know, we contribute to that because we drive vehicles, which uses oil, which pulls, that's the blood of Ojimaka. So we ask for forgiveness, and we ask that this new time that is coming, that we turn to solar, wind, water, energy to start living on this our grandmother, because it is possible. It's already been done. They've already came up with these vehicles and technology and all this. But we need to turn to that more now. But we need to lead everything in prayer. And I asked seventh generation, our young people, that it's up to them to save us. So in that, I want to pray for all the people of this world. I want to pray for all the people that have lost loved ones, the family members, relatives. I want to pray for the families because they're in mourning. I want to pray for, when I say oyate, it means also not just to the humans, but to the four-leggeds and the ones that swim in the oceans and the ones that everything that lives, the air, the trees, they're all people. Everything, we all are as one, living in harmony. And that's what it's supposed to be. So when we pray that we pray for one another, so the Creator will have pity on us and help us with our prayers and answer our prayers. We ask for the health of the people that are ill and the people that are sick. We ask for protection from this virus and other illnesses and diseases, and protection from the wrongs of mankind. There's a lot of hatred in this world that doesn't need to be there. That's not the way it's supposed to be. But we are experiencing that because of man. Man's always want to be the superior. certain groups or certain nations always want to be superior. And that's not what it is. The most superior is the creator, and I look at him that way. That's why every day is living in prayer. Living in prayer for all is what it is. And so I'm going to say this in prayer in my language at this time. Oyate ki o techiel kumpi, ya makasi tomnia, ya techiel kuapi. Ochimacha techi kuapuncha, ya le oche ki ognale washtes lech, ale taku ya wichoku jetkaka ya yokha, ochimacha wato hasniki. Na ya tukashi leisha wala kapikta chal sawiwalo. Ash oyate ki, makasi tomnia. O ke wichozani wanglake. Tak vaște că celacha tunkashila no compicte na tak vaște wanya kapiktacha ya hamse hoye chi chelo tunkashila mitita ku epiki tunkashila oshichala ya tunkashila ya lom se shkonkicha pi o cheke vaște chala lo tunkashila khatfuga nie cha vachi niam hata nie cha na lo vaște o cheke ke lo eche tu yukha ya na khonshi kompenha Kujapi na hachens tako koshicha ya kapi na kai ya chipish no khatukashila na ye wokyo chako kenala ya oi chaki ta chomse hoyo wa lot kashila uchasha ki ha shicha uyuk chapi na tukashila na ko oya ke uchamanu pi na wakhaja kuchamanu pi na ha chuchakte pi na ha to hani ha gelyuktes ni khat khashila na onshi chala na wa chala kina na ha tu tekte ya obna ya kashkai chaiza pe na uchalush kina oi chake ki kiata ki wahet khapik ta kitan ki honi pikta chawsa hoyo walo to kashila khat khaka ya o techike la dawana ya ta kokelena ya yechetushni na ha chuchasha ki ya samya ha tuktek del uchai shi chapina ya I ha uchakte pina ya le taku kilena ya tukasha shi tuktesh nishka ya wana le lokina je pelot tukashla chaya no se cheno hoye chichelo da petuki na khasi tomni ale oya tekili lo ta on pitata oshte uyuk champi tan chante washte you happy yon khana ana chana woche ke washteshte kaga pokhaina ana chachi khopta no chachi loashna loche to kipilo ya bitlo tukashla ya tukashla lo sampeto ki le lo secho hoiwa lo ya lo ki le ayakten takwe akto jehna tukashla tokshake oye cheche ki akena we iska hoye waktelo tukashla lo ki le ayakten tukashla shunla bia let me alone, let me alone, let me alone. Hoy, Tong Shela, hey, cha, chewa kia cha, namaho. Ay, oy, le me alone, le me alone, le me alone, ay, Takashela, ay, cha. Chewa kiacha namaho ay oy kachetolo woplat khagalo mitako oyase kachetolo
Wopila Tanka. Thank you so much.
Wopila, Wopila, Wopila Lee. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this beautiful.
Oh,
It's an honor for us to have you here tonight. So,
Thank
Uncle,
you, Uncle, for bringing us the opportunity to listen and feel you into the deep of our hearts. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us the Lakota wisdom, Native American paths to heal ourselves and our world. So, Wopi Latanka, Lexi, Uncle, thank you so much from the deep of my heart.
no.
Uncle, there are values and virtues that are the foundation of the Lakota nation. Can you share with us some of them and how can they assist humanity during this time? Can you speak about the 7 Lakota values?
Okay. Well, basically there's 12, and I will try to cover all 12. There's a lot of extensive explanations for each and every one of them. And I don't know if we can cover all in this program. But before I start, I remembered something. I forgot to give you my Lakota name. We Lakota receive our Indian name from our in history or with our ancestors. We receive them from our parents or grandparents usually. I received mine when I was around the age of 7, and I received my Indian name. I'd say about 200 yards, very close to the present day where we have our Sundance right now. It's very close, and through visions and guides, and through the guide of the Great Spirit, we are led to certain people or the locations or ceremonies or putting people together. The way things happen, we go by that. We are guided. Not that everything happens for a reason. And I remember that when I received my Lakota name, my Indian name in Lakota is pronounced Oyate Naichakchiji. Oyate Naichakchiji means defends the people. And when I was younger, I didn't think too much about my Indian name. And then later on in life, when I started walking this way of life, and I understood that we are all related, not just to the humans that we meet or people that come into our lives, the people, the trees, the animals, the bugs that crawl on the ground, the air, the Ojimaka, everything that has a nari, a spirit, a life. They're people. And the people are the ones that are all related. And then when I started to defend the water, agua, because that is our first medicine that the Creator gave us. Without that medicine, nothing lives. Nothing can survive. That first medicine, that agua, that the water, that first medicine is what most of our bodies are made of. And so we have to respect that in that way and try to keep it as pure and as clean, because it too has a spirit. And when I started to talk about defending the water, then I started, okay, then that's just not the water, but it's all these other people, the Oyate, we call them. Then I remember why my name was Oyate, not Chakchishi, defends the people. And it made me really be emotional because I didn't realize that. I was too young to realize that. I didn't realize that growing up. And when I finally realized it, now I know why Tunkashila has my plan in life. That's why I'm here. And I'm very grateful, very, very grateful that I am chosen to do this. And I will continue as long as I can, as long as I can live, as long as Tunkashila lets me. I just wanted to say that part of my life, which I think makes a big difference in my life. And it explains why I do these things in prayer. And I'm very lucky, very lucky, very, very lucky to have known the people that have crossed my path, people that come to ceremony, the people out there that I sit there and be with. When people think you're by yourself, you're not. You're with people. And you're as one, Alkihed. You're as one with everything. You're on Earth and in the universe and other universes. Because we have relatives up there too that come down, they visit us. But the values that Javier wanted me to speak about, I've written down because sometimes you kind of my mind, when you get to a certain level, you start to forget a little bit about these things, you know. So that's a joke too. But the first one is Oshichiapi. Oshichiapi is what my grandfather told me when I was little, I barely can remember. My brother and I lived with my grandfather early on, and he taught us a lot. But probably half of it, when you're young, you are not really interested or don't understand. I wish now that I had understood a lot more. But there was enough that I understood. Moshich LP means humility in English. Humility. Conduct yourself. Moshich Opich Apo is conduct yourself. Conduct yourself in a humble way with humility. And he said, help wherever people will need your help, help them. And you will have no problems in life. But will always be problems. But what he's saying is there'll be way less problems. And it has helped me throughout my journey, throughout this life. There's some times when I really needed Tunkashila's help. And those words, I remember, and what gave me the strength to do better, to carry on, to try harder. But that's, and I'm gonna try to go through these as quickly as possible because there are 12 of them. I have a book out that describes 7, but I will try to go through these and explain it the best way I can. Number 2 is Wawachit Hanka, perseverance in English, perseverance. Wawachit Hanka is to do your best in everything you do and don't give. Don't veer away and don't back up. Don't give up. You try your best in everything that you do in a good way. Try all you can to put the best of what you can do into whatever you're doing. Prayers, work, healing, praying for others, helping others. Do your best to help wherever is needed. The third one is Wawohola. Wawohola. Wawohola means respect. You start with yourself. Respect yourself. Because without respecting yourself, you cannot respect anything. And when you respect yourself and you understand and you get to the point where, okay, this is me, this is who I am, and this is what I'm going to do, this is how the best I'm going to do, then you could respect the people around you and the things that are around you. The things that you may have achieved, you have a respect for. The respect for the mountains, the respect for the trees, the water, respect for the animals, respect for everything here, respect for Ojimaka, respect for the universe, respect for everything that the Creator has put and has given you. And when you have that respect in total, you're closer to that as one, as one. Now, the fourth one is Waionia. Waionia is honor. You have to have honor. You have to have honor because that is part of who we are. You have to honor everything, just like all these kind of work hand in hand. Like when I say respect for everything, you also have to honor everything. You have to give them I guess the feelings that you honor everything in that is good that comes into your life. You honor it in a way where you will always get it. You will always be, when you have it, then you honor it. And so you better take better care of everything, including all the people, everything that's around us. So that's honor. Chante Ogananke. In Lakota, we, like in English, they have a word, love. Like you tell a person, I love you. Or I love that. Or I love the way, the scenery. Or I love that tree. Or I love that flower. Or I love you to another human. We don't have a word for I love you. English. Chante Ogalanke. Chante is your heart in Lakota. Chante is a heart. Oganake means you. Oganake means you carry it inside your heart. Chante Oganake means it's in here. So when you love someone or love something or love the situation or love your life, you say Chante. Basic is Chante Oganake. But with you referring to yourself, there's different ways in Lakota. Chante Oagalanke, Yelo is the way I would say it. Chante Oagalanke Yelo. I carried it here. Or Chante Ochikinake Yelo means I carry you in my heart. So you put it in a sentence and make a better conversation the way we were taught. But the basic definition is Chante Oganake. Excuse me. Ich upi, sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice in order for other people to receive help, receive answered prayers, receive things that maybe you could do without, receive I guess, what you really don't feel like you need when another person needs it more. Sacrifice is you give of yourself so other people can benefit. And I mean, people, again, it's oyate. Everything that has a spirit. Sometimes you have to sacrifice in order for a better life for other people. And I think the definition, you can research it and go beyond. I know there's a lot, like all of these, there's a lot of definitions for them. So different ways you can look at it, where you can define that word and you come up with however you need to make your life better. Wowichakre is next. Wowichakre means truth. Truth on everything that you do. Truth on how you lead your life. Truth on the way it's supposed to be. The truth in all. And that's self-explanatory, really, because when you look at it, if you live in truth, you won't be living a lie, right? So that's what truth, wowichakre is, wowichakre. And the next one is Wamshi Lapi. Wamshi Lapi is compassion. Compassion for everything in life. Compassion for your fellow people. Compassion for the less fortunate. Compassion for anyone. Compassion for somebody that has more than you do. And when you do that, then you feel better in here. You have compassion for all. Compassion and respect. And all these go hand in hand. When you have compassion, you have also respect for everything in life. Compassion to help one another. Compassion to pray, to have that, no matter who it is and what kind of problems there are. You do not judge people. You know, one of the things is that we are all equal. We are at this level, and an ant, a little bug, crawls on the earth. He's as equal as me, or as equal as an elephant, equal as anything, and with the trees, with everything in life. We're all equal. No one's above anybody, no one's below anybody. Even though today man thinks that there are some men think that they're above everybody. But Tunkashla can put you in your place and remind you that you're not. Tunkashla can make it so you're way down. Lose everything you have. Tunkashla can make that happen. But it's up to Tunkashla. That's why we treat each other as equal. You know? And we have that compassion for one another, compassion for everything in life. That compassion. Next one is wohitike, bravery. You have to have bravery, bravery to move forward, bravery to go beyond what other people can only limit themselves, bravery to do the things that to take things on yourself, so other people can show them that, hey, this is okay. You come and you have to have that bravery, because without bravery, that's one of the strong points. You have to be strong in order to confront, especially nowadays, in today's life. You have to really have that bravery, Because if you don't have that bravery, you become nothing. And you don't want to go there. Because in today's world, it's really, really hard. We have to protect our elders and our young people. And we have to have that in order to do that. That's bravery. You have to go and face whatever is threatening to any way out there. You have to have that bravery. Next one is Chante Wawash Ake. Fortitude. Chante Wawash Ake. Wash Ake. Chante Wash Ake. Chante Wash Ake means to have a brave heart, to have a strong heart. Fortitude, it needs to be a strong base for the people, for the young, for the elders. Strong mind, strong heart, strong wisdom, strong within yourself in order to be effective for your people and to continue and to hold on to that strength and teach the young people. And now I'm saying, okay, fortitude up there, English, fortitude. Like I said, then now I'm going to try to go through these. We're almost done, 2 more. And I know we have time limit. That's why we try to do these things in this way. A lot of these things, you know, you can research it yourself and come up with your own idea. But one of these things, all these things that were taught to us, the Lakota virtues and values, you probably can Google that too, but Lakota virtues and values, if people lived by these values, life will be beautiful for everyone if people lived by them. But in today's world, that's not happening. Somewhere, even in our own people, you know, they forget these things. If you live by them, life would be beautiful for everyone. You'd be stronger. You'd be staying away from drugs, alcohol, from violent offenses, from crime. All these things, if you had these values, you would live a great life and make the people's lives around you beautiful also, because when you do one thing, it affects the people around you. So if you lived that life, that would be beautiful if you lived by these values. Chante Yuche, generosity. We Lakota people in the old days, the less we have, the better, because whatever we acquired, whether it's back then, it was like horses, blankets, teepees, whatever, you know, the material stuff. Whatever we have, we give away to the less fortunate, the ones that couldn't get it. We give it to them or other people. And that way made us more following our values, made us more respected for being a person you are. That's what generosity is. Generosity isn't how much you can accumulate. It's by how much you give away. How helps the others. How much you help. Generosity. How much you help a tree. You go and give it and you talk to it. You give water. How much you help and talk and pray for the water. You pray for everything. You know, that's basically generosity too. To be generous to everything. And in turn, you will feel good in here and Creator watches all these trees and animals. They hear you. They appreciate that. And so they are with you as one. The last one is Woksape. Woksape is wisdom. Wisdom, no matter how long a life is, I don't think you could ever acquire a lot of wisdom. Because wisdom is what we experience and what we go through in life. Because everybody's paths is different. Everybody does things that are different, and what happens to them in life is different. What they experience is different. I've experienced a lot of hardship. I've experienced a lot of loss. I experienced a lot of things that I didn't need to experience. I put myself through that. But they're life lessons. And so as life goes on, you can help one another say, hey, this is what I did and it wasn't good, so don't do it. Or maybe this is a better way. Then let's try this way. Or you talk to the young people and say, you know, if you do this, this is what can happen to you. So I suggest that you don't do it that way. But then again, remember, everyone has to experience something in life because that is their path. You just try to give them the best advice you can to protect them, to help them. If you do these things and even advise and even help one another, that's wisdom itself. Because at least you try. And in life, when you help one another in this way and help one another with all these problems, you work together to make life beautiful for all people. But if you don't try, you won't acquire that wisdom. You go through all this to acquire wisdom, more wisdom, more wisdom. But I think that more and more wisdom can be acquired the longer you live. Except nowadays, with what we eat and how we live and how we treat one another, we don't live that long. You know, there's people that live way over 100 years old, 120, 130 years. We, because of where we were from, our life expectancy is at, I think it was 54. Yeah. That's not even, that's just a half a century, a little over half a century. You know, how much wisdom can you acquire when you get to that point? If you live the right way, if you think you live the right way. Remember, none of us are perfect. But we have to go through this and to acquire that wisdom and to help one another. There's a lot of things in this world that are wrong. It's not supposed to be this way. That's why I go around praying. That's why I pray. If I'm not in ceremony, I pray. In the morning, I sit here and I pray. In the evening, at night, I sit there and I pray. Because you know why? We all need to do that. We all need to do that right now. Too many things are wrong. That's why, and one of the good things, I remember a few years ago, one of the good things, and just last year, one of the good things that I remember is that we pray that Creator help Uchimaka, our grandmother Earth. We pray that she needs help. Well, along came this virus and put a stop to everything. It took a lot of lives home, human lives home, children home, elderly's home. but Unchimaka got a break. Our Earth got that break. Our ozone layer closed up. Trees bloomed, animals, it gave them a break. More and more came out. The way it was supposed to be. We all live in harmony. Air became cleaner. When I was young, when I was little, I used to go outside the cabin that we used to live in with my grandpa. Remember I told you. I go outside and I hear all these birds singing. And it's so beautiful because the grass would all be green springtime. Birds would be singing. You could take a deep breath and fresh air, sunshine. Everything was so beautiful. As time came along since then, nothing was the same. It seemed like the fresh air wasn't there no more. It seemed like everything turned a little brown. The little creek that we used to drink clear water and drink from, now you can't even touch it. It's that contaminated. Because man decided that they needed to dig this thing called uranium for bombs, nuclear bombs. Contaminated our waters. We get our water from the Missouri River here in the United States. We pipe it. And one of my relatives, he's gone now. He was head of that project. His name was Gerald Clifford. I helped him conduct Sundance in what Matotipi, what English called Devil's Tower, Wyoming. And he worked on this project where he had the water piped in from the Missouri River. Well, after that was completed and it was on for good, that's where we got our sort of good, better water, still with chemicals. But I know the reservations got their water from that Missouri River. And in 2016, I made commitment. I went to this place called Standing Rock, North Dakota, to defend the Missouri River because a lot of people depended on that water. And we had a short-lived victory and lost defending that water. There's clean water. There used to be clean water up in northern Montana, northern Idaho, northern Wyoming. The Yellowstone River used to be perfect until that got contaminated. A fish died. All because of resources that they wanted to use. Man has played with life too much. And look what it brought us. Man has did things on their own to make people have more people or to eliminate people, to sterilize people, to change the atmosphere, to change so people are dependent on drugs. Man has changed things, made illnesses. And this is where we pay for it, because of man. And Creator's watching that. That's why we need to pray consistently. Pray all the time. We need the whole world to pray. It's up to the 7th generation to save us. Last time I was in Spain, I talked about this. I talked to university and I told them, it's up to you. Some of you are going to go into energy, go into solar, wind, water, and make good choices. I know you could do it. Some of you are going to go into the governments, make good choices, make changes, because I know you can do it. But we only have this next generation. And things might change. I told them, you can prolong our life. Prolong your lives, I should say. But it's up to you. It's up to them. It's all up to the seventh generation around this world. When I was young, they used to explain that to me, seventh generation. You're the next generation down the seventh generation. They always used to explain that to me. The seventh generation. I thought it was the seventh generation of our people. I could be wrong. I thought maybe I was right at that time. It could be. But then I realized we're all in this. Seventh generation is all the people that are in the next generation around this world. It's up to them to save us. There's a lot of things that we need to talk about. There's a lot of things that we need to share around this world. And even the negativity, because we have to be aware of that negativity in order for people to understand that they shouldn't go there. Because it doesn't do man or anybody any good. But we need to have a further discussion, and we need to spread and plant the seed of these values. The world is changing because of climate. It's gone to the point where the weather is more intense. Hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, fires are more and more intense. And it's going to get worse. Maybe through prayer, Oglala will have pity on us and help us. But we need to stay in prayer. There's a lot of bad people in this earth, but there's also, I think, a lot more good people. And we, in prayer, and we come together, and we stay connected, and pray for one another, I think our Creator will listen to us. So, again, like I said, there's a lot of explanations, a lot of different ways you can look at different things. The most important things in my life are prayer, Creator to prayer. These 12 virtues and values.
Thank
Those
you
are
so
most important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Uncle. There's a lot of people asking different questions. And our last question for you is, how is the Lakota Nation experiencing this global situation right now? And how we can help them? How we can help the Lakota people? And what are you doing with White Horse Creek Council? We know we can help. And please explain to us how we can help these difficult moments, and how is the Lakota Nation right now, how they are living this situation.
Okay, first of all, the Lakota people, our chairman, our main chief, put a lockdown on the reservation, and the Cheyenne River, another reservation, because there's 7 sacred fires of the Siouan, or they call them Siouan, the Great Sioux Nation. 7 sacred fires, council fires. Well, Oglala, where I'm from, Pine Ridge, we're the Oglala, and then the Cheyenne River, or above us, they put both reservations on lockdown. And then Rosebud next to us eventually did. What pioneers did was they put a lockdown before there was any kind of illness or virus that's going in there. But then the governor of the state disputed it. She thinks that she has bigger authority to open it up because of the highways. She used that as an excuse. We're supposed to be sovereign nation, a nation of our own. But she doesn't look at it that way. So she took it to the federal level, to the US government. And I know that something is according to history, the 1868 treaty that was made with us Lakota and the United States government, that the treaty is the supreme law of the land. They agreed to that. But they don't abide by it. They haven't kept that treaty. Now they're trying to say, okay, now we have the right to go onto the reservation, even though you're a sovereign nation. We look at you as a sovereign nation. We have the right to go on there and do whatever we want. Well, we're disputing that too, because that's not right. And when they do that, when they open up, more and more the virus goes in there. Now we have a few still on lockdown in that district. I don't know how long this lockdown is going to do. I don't know how long it's going to take for this virus to dissipate for a bit, or with Tukashka's help, disappear, take it away. You're talking to Shino, nothing, make nothing of it. So right now, it's at the point where part of the reservation is on lockdown. We still need to get outside to buy food, because food is a lot cheaper on the outside of the reservation than it is in the stores on the reservation. They up the prices on all the food with just a couple of stores on the reservation, just so they can profit. Again, greed comes into play right there. We, White Horse Creek Council, our nonprofit 501c3, raised money to purchase, I think we're up to 2 or 3 buffaloes. But they don't want to sell buffaloes because everything's on lockdown and everything is on hold. So we can't buy the buffalo. So now I'm thinking about asking this one suggestion where a person, parent or father sells cattle. So maybe get beef and send it. It's grazed, grass-fed cattle. So that's the next best thing that we could do. So maybe we'll decide to do that. But that's only, I don't know how much a cattle is, but I only raised enough for 2 to 3 buffaloes, I think. So I don't know how many cattle that is. We, White Horse Creek Council, help spiritual leaders and the ceremonies and help the people back home, back on the reservation, and give them the opportunity to make some money by helping us with everything that anything that they can do, collect wood, collect medicines, or help with chores, cooking at our ceremonies, or basically just hauling water or things, supplies. And so we constantly accept donations. White Horse Creek Council, if you get on there on the website, there's a PayPal link. And you can click on that PayPal and make a donation. And we would surely appreciate it, because none of that stays with our council. Everything goes on to the people on the reservation and or around the country in order for some of our help to get there. And of course, help us with ceremonies here and wherever is needed. Humblecha Vision Quest up at Bear Butte, South Dakota. But we have plans to teach the young people too. And we want to compensate the instructors, the teachers. We want to teach them language. We want to bring back the language for them, no matter what tribe they come from. We want to show them how to sing, how to make drums, how to make clothing, how to make bead jewelry, how to survival tactics, how to plant our food, how to hunt for our food, how to make moccasins, how to make the whole clothing, how to make utensils, spoons, knives from buffalo horns. There's a lot of things that we want to teach, and mainly the main one is, I think, language is the main one, so they can hold on to our culture. But at the same time, it's up to them if they want to go into spirituality. Then we show them, and then we take them into sweat lodge ceremony, and have them take them to experience some of these ceremonies that we conduct throughout our ceremonial season. We're up on that ceremonial season. We only have 1 month left before we have to go to our Sundance ceremony up in South Dakota. So that's why we accept any donations that a person wants to send us. And other than that, like I said, I appreciate Marion. I appreciate Javier for having me on this program to spread my thoughts, I guess I should say, and what prayer means to all of us. And I know that if need be, they'd give you my phone number or contact information, my email address. Anybody can ask me a question. Anybody can call me at any time. I have people calling me because of prayer requests 24/7, all night, all day, no matter what time it is. And sometimes I remember talking to them at 2, 3 in the morning. Sometimes I don't, but people, that's a joke. But anyway, I try to talk to everybody. Watch their law.
Thank you very much, Uncle. Thank you very much for teaching to us about the Lakota values. Thank you for teaching us to bringing all this wisdom about how to live in reciprocity and harmony with our Mother Earth. And for everybody, for all attendees that are watching us and listening on this beautiful wisdom, reminding that we could help the Lakota Nation just with a small contribution to get the buffaloes, as the uncle was sharing with us, the Lakota Nation, they use all the parts. It's a sacred, very sacred animal. So with a little cooperation, you could help a lot to the families of the Lakota Nation in this critical situation right now. So I don't know how you feel, Uncle, right now, because we have a lot of questions on the chat. Maybe you feel with energy right now. We can choose one question.
Yes, you know how much time we have, so
maybe 5 minutes more.
Okay, well, yeah, we could answer a couple questions.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. One question, Uncle, is the first question. We are going to choose the first question that we received is, what's the role of the woman in the Lakota Nation?
The what nation?
The role of the woman.
The role, very important. Like I said, it was a woman, a young maiden that Creator sent her with the teachings of the 7 sacred ceremonies. The woman has control of what you call the teepee, the household. That's what she does everything, puts it up, decorates it. People can sleep in their warm. She's a lead. She's the one that's that advises what she feels to protect the family itself. The men just watch over the whole camp. The men do the hunting. The men protect the women. And so the wisdom of the woman is very, very important to the Teoshpaye, or the family, the extended family. And I think nowadays, if this is my thoughts, I have said it to different groups and people that if women were put in charge of the governments or departments, or different departments, if women led the world in decisions and had higher authority, then I think we'd be in a lot better place than we are right now. And I speak that from in here. I know we would have better decision making, if women were in charge. And not just because of the white buffalo calf woman, but because of common, basic decisions. Instead of having to have political play here or there, war here or there. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. It just creates more destruction and death. Man's decisions killed a lot of people. If it was women, we'd all survive, I think. Okay.
Aho. One more question. What is the message of our Mother Earth?
Well, the message of our Mother Earth cried out for help. And because of this virus, she's received that help. And it's up to us, humanity, because, we're deciding and we're doing things on behalf of the ones that cannot speak for themselves, the ones that cannot, that we don't understand, which is the animals and the trees and everything else. It's up to humanity, us humans, to make better choices in the future to help Uchimaka, to stop taking resources from her, to protect the water, to pray for her, and pray for humanity and help one another in other ways to live on this earth than having to go to fossil fuels, for instance. Technology is good. Technology to a certain point is good. But even there's a prophecy on that. They said that one day there'll be a spider around the whole world. So what spider is this internet, satellites, all this. Why I say that to a certain point it's good is because without that we wouldn't be talking right now. We wouldn't be communicating just like that around the world. Me talking to you across the world, and other people in different parts of the world for the good of mankind. But it can also do damage because there's other things going on, dark forces going on within this internet, this technology. Technology, if used right, could do man good. A lot of people use it wrong. A man has used it wrong in order to overpower other countries or other people. And because of that, we have weapons that destroy. There's weapons that can destroy us in seconds. Maybe not even that. But a message from Ochi Makai is we have to come together to make better choice for the future, for not just her, but for humanity and all people here on this earth.
Thank you. So we're on time right now. We'll be here the whole night listening to teachings. Thank you, Elder, to be part of the program of today, episode 6. Thank you very much. Thank you, Marian. Thank you. Want to share some words?
Thank you, Marian.
To everybody, thank you, Uncle. for sharing with us your wisdom and your words. It is an honor for me to be part of this beautiful project. So thank you, Javier and Carol and all the team who are making possible to have us on streaming today. And thank you to everybody who is watching us, because I think it's very important in these days, nowadays, to listen the elders. It's so important to learn through the ancestral traditions, because they walk before us and they know how to heal ourselves and Mother Earth. So thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much. I am emotional today. It's an honor to having you here. And thank you, Javier, for give this opportunity to the world, to the global family, to share this wisdom of all the elders who are coming to this program every week, every Thursday. So congratulations for being a hollow bone, to be in service to the Great Spirit, at the service of the Great Spirit. So thank you so much. Wo pila tanka. Pila mayaye.
Wopila tanka. Thank you. So this is not because me and Carolina greatest of tributary. This is because that's the moment to listen our elders. That's the moment to listen the messages from the guardians of the earth. That's the moment for tribute earth, how to live in reciprocity of our Mother Earth. To the elders that, and all the First Nations that they were protecting this wisdom about how to live in reciprocity. So we are grateful that we are still having the elders to listen the words and to bring these words and in our Western societies and all parts of the world to protect our Mother Earth. So thank you very much, Uncle Lee Plenty Wolf. Thank you very much, Marian. Thank you all the team that they were supporting us on the technical aspects. We are here, Kat. Thank you, Enrique, for the translations, and thank you to Carolina, because we received the news right now that she's leaving Pucallpa, arriving to Lima, and she's flying to the States tomorrow. And thank you to all the team. Thank you very much. Be aware of our channels, of the messages. We have surprises for the next week, and see you next week. Wopila tanka. Have a good night.
Thank you, Abba. Thank you to the translators. And the tech people. It's up to you to cut me off.